Good morning. This is May 5th, 2020. My name is Ryan Edward Strickland. I'm retired military, also a comedian. I'd like to thank everyone who watched my previous video, and I'm coming to you today with another video. So I'm going to ask you once again to open your mind so your ears can hear. Once your ears hear, your eyes will see. Once your eyes see, your mind will properly process the knowledge you have obtained to resolve our own issues. I'm going to start off with two quotes from Thomas Jefferson. He who permits himself to tell a lie once finds it much easier to do it the second time. He who permits himself to tell a lie once finds it much easier to do it the second time. The second quote is educate and inform the whole mass of people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. I felt like those two quotes would be a great starter for what I'm about to say. Because before I address what does America have that we absolutely need, I need to address the American white European descendants. I'm going to ask you all to please learn the true, raw, unedited American history before it is changed any more than it has been, or before it's deleted completely. I know there are some white people who has and still are standing firm and strong against the racist bias and corruption of America. However, Muhammad Ali once said this: if there were 10,000 rattlesnakes trying to get me, and I had a door, and out of that 10,000, I knew for sure 1,000 of those rattlesnakes were good. Should I let all those rattlesnakes come down that hill, hoping that 1,000 rattlesnakes would form a shield to protect me? Or should I close my door and stay safe? I'm going to ask you all this. Open your mind so your ears can hear. Once your ears hear, your eyes will see. Once your eyes see, your mind will properly process the knowledge you have obtained to resolve your own issues. Please, it's imperative that you research your history of you and the American history before you pass judgment on me or anyone who looks like me. You have been deceived, misled, lied to More importantly, misguided and bamboozled. Although slavery has been over 400 years, Jim Crow and all the Jim Crow clauses and every effect of those Jim Crow laws is only 66 years old. I want you to think about that. Collectively, white America has been the spoiled kid on the playground that when he starts to lose, he changes the rules. Think about that. Yep. You change the rules when it benefits you. You have always placed us in a group, but do not like it or want us to place you in a group. You're very quick to remind us that all white people are not bad. I've already acknowledged that. I know this. We all know this. And our history reflects this. However, we say Black Lives Matter, and you say all lives matter. Collectively, white people have been the spoiled kid on the playground. When he or she is losing, they change the rules. Some of us choose to walk away. Some of us say, okay, and continue playing. Me personally, I walk away because I know my worth. I'm going to share with you some more of American history. And if you can watch a horror flick, then you can listen to this American history. I'm going to give you cities throughout America with some dates that if you research these cities, you will see that the white American European descendants did some horrible, horrible things to the American, Nubian, African descendants in this country and some other ethnic groups as well. The white people destroyed these communities out of fear, hatred, and envy because they did not want to lose power. They called them riots, but actually they were massacres. Atlanta, 1906. Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. Chicago, 1919. Rosewood, Florida, 1923. Washington, D.C., 1919. Knoxville, Tennessee, 1919. New York City, 1919. East St. Louis, Missouri, 1917. Wellington, North Carolina. If you truly research Wellington, North Carolina, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to hurt your feelings. 1898. San Francisco, California, 1977. I'm going to bounce back real quick. You see, the white American European descendants have been practicing biological and mental warfare for a very long time. When they fought the Indians fought back, and the Indians were winning. So the white American European descendants befriended the Indians and gave them blankets full of smallpox. Plus, they raped the men, women, and children and slaughtered them. The Chinese workers were building the transcontinental railroads. They lowered them down the side of the mountains with a basket full of dynamite and pulled them up slowly and watched them blow up. And they would joke and say they made Chinese fried rice. The Mexicans picked cotton, strawberries, and they were placed in concentration camps in Arizona during the Second World War. It was the Gila River War Relocation Center. They stole land, the culture, the recipes, salsa, enchiladas, tamales, tortillas, guacamole, refried beans, rolled everything up together, Americanized it, monetized it, and called it Taco Bell. The American Nubian African descendants, they were given syphilis, castrated. They destroyed the reproductive systems of the women. They hung us, they burned us, they ripped us apart. They bred us like animals, and they beat us like we were not human at all. This is true history. After slavery, there was never a reconstruction of America, which included the African Nubian, the American Nubian African descendant citizens. It didn't include us at all. Even though we went to every war and helped win the wars or won the wars, we were never given credit for doing so. And like I said before, slavery was over 400 years ago. However, Jim Crow, the literacy test, poll taxes, colored only, which included segregation, all these were a part of clauses put in place to take away from the so-called freedom that we were so-called given in America. The Jim Crow laws and everything that came with it is only 66 years old. Those people that was a part of the Jim Crow laws are still alive. We are not lazy. We have never been lazy. And if you leave us be, we will succeed. Our track record and our history shows this. Greed, fear, and envy has always interfered with our success. The list of those cities that I named was destroyed because of greed, fear, envy, hatred. Now, what does America have that the American Nubian African descendant man needs? What does America have that you need? I want you to think about this. Because I truly believe that if you all entertain my view of what we need in America, you will come up with the same answer I have, which is nothing. There is nothing that we need that America has. They have nothing we need. We are self-sufficient. We are everything that we need. We have everything that we need. We were born this way. We were created this way. Our issues, the issues that I see that has prevented us from seeing that we need nothing from America, is that we have been awaiting acceptance. We have demanded acceptance through the Civil Rights Movement, through the Voting Rights Act. And this has come at a very high sacrifice. In 1964, they passed the Civil Rights Act. But they passed that after a president who had been working with us was assassinated. In 1965, they passed the Voting Rights Act. They passed that after Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. When the 9 people were killed in the church, they removed the Confederate flag in South Carolina. And to me, all of those came at a high cost and still no acceptance. The only thing that was being pacified. So we do not need anything America has. America needs us. John F. Kennedy said, "Ask not what this country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." Ask what you can do for this country. Well, we have. And for the longest time, I have lived by that motto. Ask not what this country can do for you, but what you can do for this country or your country. Also, good, better, best. Never let me rest until my good is good and my better is best. I've given my all with those two guiding me. And we have done everything for this country. And this country has done absolutely nothing for us but enslaved us and slander our name, slander our image, slander our character, silenced our voices, and removed our rights, and broken up our families. Stokely Carmichael was in the process of starting a new political party, which would have actually been for the people, but was assassinated before his petition was complete and put into action. He said power to the people. That was misconstrued and put a negative stigma onto it by the government. And they used fear to push that agenda. We have wants, but America has nothing we need. Everything we think we need may actually be a want. So if you make a list of your wants and make a list of your needs, I am absolutely positive that if you entertain my perspective, you will have an empty list of needs, but a very long list of wants from this American biased, corrupt, racist, cheating system. We are our own savior. We are the answer. We are our own market. We have been brainwashed to trust our oppressor, but to be skeptical and untrusting of one another. There is no market for us because we are the market. Whatever we want the market to be is exactly what the market is going to be. Carl Kanai, FUBU, Rockaware. We set the trends. We set the standards. We set the language, our style, our walk, our greetings, our salutations. We set the market. It is us. They have detached us from everything that we brought to the table. And we said, okay, well, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, it's our constitutional rights, it's a Bill of Rights, freedom to defend ourselves. Allen Iverson was known as the answer. We are all the answer. In a good way, we have been supplying this nation with profitable resources, but not recovering or receiving any profit nor credit. But we were hit with the why do you need credit for doing something you are supposed to be doing? An underhand guilt trip. White men get credit for everything good they do. And even if they do not do it, they have stolen it or they do steal it. The credit, that is. And tell us, ooh, you should have been quicker. Our entire time here in America, we have been living under the motto, if they can't beat us, they cheat us. And once again, we have allowed it. Some people have taken advantage of their godlike powers and privileges. They have slandered our image, our word, our name, our character for self-gain and profit. We have no needs to be met by America or the world. We have everything we need. Our Creator has given this to us. We have wants. This list is long for some of us and short for some of us. However, I'm going to share with you what my wants are. I want America to leave me alone. Do not harass me. Do not racial profile me. Do not slander my name, my character, my image. Do not make up rules which you deem laws to imprison me, control me, or enslave me. I do not need America. America needs me, and I know this for a fact. I can live anywhere I want in this world. I have chosen to live in America because I was born here. And that gave me the right to live here first before any place else. We are very complex people, but very easygoing. People, they're still trying to figure us out. We are our own competition, which others compete against, still for monetary gain. Looking at American history, I see biological and mental warfare through greed, racism, hatred, envy, a lack of sharing, selfishness, a lack of caring and compassion. And the acts of caring and compassion are seasonal, and they're more prevalent around Thanksgiving and Christmas with a hidden agenda. America has changed the rules to the game and said they are laws of the land, and we should obey them. And we said, "Okay, boss." Thomas Jefferson, he said this: "There is nothing a man on earth who would sacrifice more than I would to relieve us from this heavy reproach, slavery. We have the wolf by the ear, and we can neither hold him nor safely let him go. Justice is in one scale and self-preservation in the other. Justice is in one scale and self-preservation is in the other." Think about that. He also said this: "Indeed, I tremble for my country when we reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever.